And every time we think we could take a breather and come up for a little bit of air, boom, another war, boom, another financial crisis, boom, we find out that one of our favorite artists has done the most awful and disgusting things and we can never forgive them or listen to their music again, even though they made up our entire childhood.
Millennials are talking a little bit more about what it means to be parents and its difficulty kind of in this structure that we have today, whether it's that things are more expensive or it's more difficult to even hold a job or get a job and things like that as well. But I'm curious on what you think because the conversation is running rampant, and please leave a comment and let me know what you think.
You want to know why millennial parents are so exhausted? Because our kids don't have the type of grandparents that we had. If our parents were exhausted or just needed a weekend off, weekend away, call grandma. We'd go stay the night at our grandparents for the weekend, and we had a blast. It was so fun. They wanted to spend time with us. That's the difference. They wanted to. My grandma would just pop over, say, hey, can I hang out with the kids? Can I get the kids? Can I take them to McDonald's? Absolutely. My parents were like, sure. It was like a community. They had a community going on where it wasn't just our parents raising their kids by themselves. It was my grandma, my grandpa, my parents, everybody. These new age grandparents, where are they at? And don't even get me started on, times have changed, things are expensive. You can still hang out with your grandkids.
People think, these kids are so burned out, they're just lazy. It's like, no, they're working 40 hours a week, but at the end of the month, they have nothing to show for it. So if you're not making any progress and you look back 5 years and go, damn, I made $300,000 in the last 5 years, or I made $400,000 in the last 5 years, and I have nothing. If anything, I have $25,000 in debt. That's going to create burnout because you feel like you just put in 5 years of work and have nothing to show for it. And we still have people blaming them that, the reason you're broke is because of the coffee. It's like, no, it's the 25% inflation that we've faced that just destroyed people's spending power. It's the 30% increase in rent prices where people are spending 40% of their money on rent. You're still being taxed 20, 25, 30%. People just don't have any money. People aren't having kids. They're not being able to start families. People are struggling financially, fighting financially. Relationships are suffering. This is all decline in living standards. You realize millennials with degrees are living with roommates into their 30s, not having kids? How do you have a Thanksgiving in a 900 square foot apartment? How do you have a dog and go play in the backyard and make memories with your kids? I was living in an apartment complex just 2.5 years ago. Tons of kids. They may do, but they're all playing on the cement floors in the hallway because they don't have a yard. They're good at adapting, but there's a fine line between adapting and being taken advantage of, and I think we're being taken advantage of.
Millennials are the most hilarious generation, and it's not by choice. Let me explain. I have receipts. We are tired. Not just like, we need to go take a nap and sleep it off. No, we are exhausted. I mean, like so deep. We survived the end of the world like 8 times tired. We survived Y2K, then 9/11, then the anthrax scare, and 2 wars we didn't ask for, then a recession while a lot of us were graduating, then another one, then a pandemic, mass shootings became normal, Zoom funerals, don't get me started on swine flu, the economy crashed twice, the high-ass student loans that we're stuck with for jobs that require 5 years of experience to make any kind of money that would even make paying those make sense. But wait, there's more. We not only had to worry about our kids vaping, at one point in time, we had to make sure they were not eating Tide Pods. We have to force our kids to go outside because they're so attached to the screen that they don't want to go. So we have no peace. Oh, and by the way, Mother Nature's been personally attacking us since day one, too. Our generation has experienced some of the most catastrophic and devastating wildfires, earthquakes, tornadoes, heat waves. We can't even go outside and be safe. We're the last generation to have to experience chicken pox. You guys are some lucky ducks if you never had to sit there itching for days on end and told you couldn't scratch. And every time we think we could take a breather and come up for a little bit of air, boom, another war, boom, another financial crisis, boom, we find out that one of our favorite artists has done the most awful and disgusting things and we can never forgive them or listen to their music again, even though they made up our entire childhood. So yeah. We joke, we meme, we overshare. We are the most unserious generation. But it's only because if we do not find humor in even the worst things, we will quite literally lose our minds. And that is why we are the most hilarious generation ever. Thank you.
I think I speak for all millennials when I say we're tired in a way that feels permanent. You know, it's not like I stayed up too late type of tired, or I just need a good night's rest tired. No, it's more like I have 507 open tabs in my brain that I can't close type of tired. And I think it's because we've been conditioned to like always be on. You know, there's always something we forgot or need to schedule or need to buy or need to remember next week. And the rare instance that we do get a second to relax, our brains are still working. They're still running the background process, like updating the anxiety or installing new stress for absolutely no reason. But the craziest part is that like we've gotten so used to it, we don't even talk about it anymore. You know, you'll ask somebody, how you doing? They'll say, oh, tired. And everybody just kind of nods along like, yep, that checks out. We don't even ask why, you know, because at this point, being tired isn't like an occasional feeling. It's become part of our operating system. Like, honestly, I don't think millennials need more sleep. I think we all just need one day where absolutely nothing requires our attention.
One thing they didn't teach our generation, specifically our generation in school, was how to grow up. No. They taught us, they taught us to not take drugs. They taught us to not trust strangers. Hey kids, you want some candy? Get in my car. Come here. Remember that? Yeah. They taught us all that, right? But one thing they didn't teach us was how to grow up. I'm still out here a teenager, acting like a teenager. And I've got full-grown kids. And I'm out here still using your mama jokes on my kids. And I'm the mom. I don't know. The other day, my kid was like, what the heck? That's so weird. And I'm like, your mom's weird. And she's like, you're literally my mom. And I'm like, I know. Your mom. Like, what the hell? What? I just I don't know. I definitely 100% believe that our generation is probably the most childish / immature, whatever you want to call it, generation. There's no way we're gonna grow up ever. I truly believe that we're just going to be young forever.
Wow, childhood was great. I'm excited for a bright future.
9/11.
What?
Yeah, it's 9/11. It's going to be the worst terrorist attack in human history, and the world's never going to be the same.
All right, well, I'm sure by the time I get to college, things will...
Financial crisis. There's going to be one of the worst financial crises ever.
All right, well, whatever. I'm sure by the time I'm 30...
Global pandemic. There's going to be a global pandemic that irreparably shifts how society operates. Forever.
This is becoming too much for me. All right, well, I was always shown that the key to happiness is just raising a family and owning a home. So I'm just going to focus on that because I'm finally making $100,000 a year.
$250,000.
Huh?
Yeah, you're going to need $250,000 a year for all those things now.
Are you kidding me? Gee, I mean, I guess I'll just go back to medical school then.
$300,000, that's going to cost $300,000 and also 10 years of your life.
Oh my... Whatever, I'll just pursue my passions and become an artist.
They're going to try to replace you with AI.
Good God. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm just going to revert back to my childhood and watch some of my favorite shows. Try to forget about this.
Child abuse.
What?
Yeah, child abuse. They were all abusing children.
Ugh. I need to go back to church.
Also abusing children.
I can't do this anymore. Is the government at least trying to fix this? Abusing children?
Abusing children, yeah.
As a millennial myself, I've had to deal with a number of these situations, whether we're talking about Y2K or the chicken pox that they're mentioning or whatever it may be. And it seems as though there seems to be some onus that's put on all of these external events that have happened, and apparently it's really affected millennials. So I'm curious on your thoughts, because on one hand, yes, every generation has had their difficulty, all of that as well. But on another hand, maybe it's something where it is a little bit more challenging for millennials. So let me know what you think in the comments, and leave a like, subscribe, all of those things, and I'll see you in the next video.